Hi guys, I've got another video here just to explain your next Tuesday workout. So the format for the workout today is on Tuesday, it's pretty similar to what we did last week, but it's been split into 3 sections. So you've got 3 10-minute, every minute on the minute sections, and there's a 2-minute rest in between each of them. And within those, you've got a little couplet every time. So the first couplet you've got, in the first minute you'll be doing 10 squat jumps, in the second minute you'll be doing 30 seconds of press-ups. Just remember, with it being an every minute on the minute format, that means you've essentially got a minute window to do 10 squat jumps, and however long you've got left over after those 10 reps, you'll then rest. When it ticks over to the next minute, you'll spend 30 seconds doing press-ups. Once you've done your 30 seconds, you'll then rest until the end of the minute again, so 30 seconds obviously. So you'll go 5 times through that. Then you'll go on to the next couplet, similar sort of idea. You'll be doing 20 seconds on each leg of weighted step-ups. And with those step-ups, I would do the reps all on one side and then all on the other. So that'll be 40 seconds total that you're doing there. And then you've got 30 seconds of bench dips after that. Same idea, you'll do 30 seconds working, 30 seconds resting. Then the final couplet, this first part is a combination of reps and then a time hold. So you've got 10 weighted glute bridges, and then you've got a 20-second hold at the top of a glute bridge to finish that off. And then again, you'll rest until the end of the minute. The final part is a 20 to 40 second front leading rest. In terms of how long should that be, you want to aim to try and get as close to 40 seconds as you can, but some of that will be dependent on how hard or easy you find those. But try and make it challenging and try and keep it as one long set. I'll go through a few sort of scaling options and stuff now, but remember, if you want any sort of ideas for alterations or anything like that that are a bit more specific to you as an individual, then just get in touch with me or one of the other coaches and we can give you some more specific feedback. On the squat jumps, the main thing we're looking for is lots of power there. So you've got 10 reps to do on them to start with. So we're looking for 10 reps, absolutely as powerful as you can. So you'll be going down to the bottom of your squat and then up into a jump at the top. So really trying to get a good takeoff. So it's not going to be a sort of little pop off the floor. Really trying to get a good takeoff. And they can be either linked together, so you could do them straight from one rep to another like that, or you could stop and reset in between the reps. It's your choice what you go for there. With the press-ups, they can be full press-ups, done from here all the way to the floor, and then back to the top. Or you could drop to your knees and do the same thing. It's the same technique for either variation. We're looking for the whole body to move together. And remember, as you come down, we're trying to squeeze the shoulders together and then press them apart on the way back up to the top. With the weighted step-ups, if you're doing these at home, which I assume most of you will be, if you've got maybe a chair or something, or a low stable surface you can step onto, then that would be ideal for these. If you don't have that, you can always change these to a lunge variation. We've said weighted step-up, so how you weight that is up to you. The traditional sort of positions would be either weight by your side, single arm, or double arm front rack, or if you want to really spice your life up, you could do it with a weight above your head. I'll show you with it in this goblet position here. So if I start, I'll do 20 seconds, left foot on the box, drive up to standing, control that down, drive up to standing, control that down, so my front leg is staying on the box the whole time. And with those reps, you'll do 20 seconds on the one leg and 20 seconds on the other. In terms of technical points for these, just try and make sure that you're really working the foot that is on the box as hard as possible. So what I'm trying to avoid is pushing off my bottom leg to make it easier. I'm going to try and make this front leg do all the work. So I just go straight up using that front leg. I'm not pushing too much off the leg that's on the floor. It will make it feel harder, but you should then really get the benefit of that being a single leg exercise. With the bench dips, again, you just need a sort of low to medium height stable surface to do these off. There's lots of things you can do that. I'm just going to do them off the same box. You can either have your legs out straight, or if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can bring your knees in and bend them, and we're trying to control down, and then press up to lock down. So your shoulders will roll forward a little bit as you come down, and then back up to straight. And you've got 30 seconds of them to do each time. The final part that you've got in here, you've got the weighted glute bridges and the 20-second hold in there, and then you've got the front leading rest. So those glute bridges, I'd advise setting your weight up so it sits on your hips like that. So if it's a dumbbell, it can sit either side. If it's a kettlebell, it can sit right on top. I'm looking to take you from here, drive your hips up, and then control that down. And we're trying to keep your back straight and stable as you go up and down. We're just squeezing your bum up to the top. So you'll do 10 reps like that, and then on the 11th rep, if you like, you'll come up, and you'll do a 20-second hold in this position. So just make sure you've got a timer handy, so you're not counting your head as you do them. So you hold that top position for 20 seconds. And once you've done that, the second part of that couplet, you've got your 20 to 40 seconds something you rest in there. So similar to a plank, but we're looking for you to go from your arms straight. So you'll set up like this. And in terms of making it harder or easier, you can play around with putting more and more weight through the shoulders. So this is going to feel harder than if I set up in that sort of position there. Either way, whatever position I set up in, I want to make sure that my shoulders and my arms are engaged, so I'm pressing into that position on the floor, and that I'm keeping my abs tucked in so I'm not collapsing into that sort of position to do them. So again, how long you do that for will probably be dependent on how difficult you find them. If you feel like your position does really start to break down, then maybe have a rest and sort of save your energy for the next couple of sets. In terms of a warm-up, this is the warm-up I've written out, so if you want to write this down, take a little screenshot of it, you can do. That warm-up is geared mainly towards the first couple of games. By the time you get to this stage, you'll already have done 10 minutes of exercise, so you'll probably be feeling pretty warm by then. So it's mainly geared towards warming up for the squat jumps and the press-ups. So you've got 2 rounds through at the start of 20 star jumps, so just classic star jumps, same as we did last week. Then you're going to do 20 high knees, that's just on the spot, high knees like that, nice and fast on them, and then 5 walkouts at the end, same as we do all the time. Try and get straight legs on the way down, into the bottom position, and then walk yourself back to standing. So you'll go twice through that, and then the second part, you've just got 10 normal air squats, so just up and down, no weight, no jump or anything. Then 10 jump squats, trying to get a bit of power on the way up. And then the second part, the upper body, you're starting in your press-up position, or from your knees, and you're going to do 10 reps of a scat press-up, and then you're going to do 10 reps of an actual press-up. And again, they can be from your knees if they need to be. They don't necessarily have to be from full position like I've done there. Once you've done them, I'd also like you to have a quick run-through of the other exercises that are in there with the weight that you've got, just so you know how all of them are going to feel. So try a couple of reps of step-ups on each leg, try a few reps of the bench dips, try a few reps of the glute bridges, just so you know how the weight's going to feel, and potentially, if you're not sure what scaling options to use, for example, if you don't know whether to have legs bent or straight on the bench dips, do a few reps before you start, just so you know where you stand with them. But in fairness, you can always change them as you go through. But hopefully that warm-up should get your heart rate up. It should be fairly quick and direct, and then you'll be able to get stuck into this first part here. Like I said at the start, if you have more specific questions, just get in touch with me or one of the other coaches. Hopefully we can give you more specific feedback on that. But otherwise, enjoy and stay massive.